nothing, nothing about that. If you haven't taken enough money in 33 years, too bad.
And that there's actually going to be, some of you know, we're going to do a Kickstarter campaign for legal fees to basically help fight that battle to get these guys the master recording rights back from Rappers Delight. So, yeah.
I mean, 33 years, come on.
Crazy.
But we're not going to give up, ever. Right is right, period. I mean, that record, good God, as many times as it's played in as many stations all over the world, and in merchandise using that song, that one song. Plush toys, you squeeze the foot, my voice comes out. Singing balloons, musical greeting cards, especially at Easter time, instead of hip hop, David, and all that stuff. You know, you don't see a dime for. And that's, come on, that's not right. Enough is enough, and we're never, ever, ever going to give this battle up. It's just about over. But, you know, Guy and myself, Master G, we're hard-headed, we're stubborn, we're tenacious. We're the wrong people to do this to. We're not going away.
It'd be amazing, this last point, it'd be amazing if enough pressure could be applied that Universal, you know, and Nile Rodgers would finally just admit that, hey, I didn't write the song, and, it's like, which is, but that's, we're hoping to kind of build a groundswell to like you always say, right is right, you know. And
sorry, what's the Nile Rodgers angle?
Well, he's the one who wrote the underlying sheet music for Rappers Delight, and which Joey and them did not get the rights from them originally to record and kind of release Rappers Delight.
Right.
So they had to settle with them, and they gave them the rights to the music. They gave them the publishing. So, everybody knows it's a joke, but, it's much, So, anyway, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was going to ask about Joey Jr. and the tax issues that you listed at the end with his whole family, and what ended up happening to him. What ended up happening to him?
Well, just recently, they settled. He has community service, no jail time, house arrest, and obviously he has to pay the taxes and penalties. So they have good lawyers, and as we know in life, good lawyers, they'll probably keep you out of jail. A regular person, you're in jail.
Is there, sorry.
That's okay. Oh, thank you. So besides getting your name back, what else do you think this documentary is going to teach people who are going to be watching this film?
This film is more than a hip-hop documentary or musical documentary or film. It's about the little guy fighting the big guy. The big guy has all the monetary weapons to keep things drawn out for ages. And in this, I always say, in this day and age, with jobs being lost, people want their jobs back, homes being lost and foreclosed on, they want their homes back. They want their spouse back. With all the turmoil with relationships, people want their kids back because there's enmity now between parents and kids. Whatever you want back, this is a microcosm of what the whole world is going through, really.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we try to do, I hope we were a little successful, is tell a story about, two people who go through all these obstacles, and that, basically the perseverance and the fighting back is important, and not giving up. And, a lot of times movies are genre movies or whatever, but this, to me, it was almost like a fiction. It's like a feature film. It's a story about these two guys and what they go through. I hope that comes through. And it's a pretty interesting story. When I first heard it, I asked a lot of people, did you ever hear of anybody in entertainment or where, you know, they were pretty well known, and then somebody came and took their names and did their act and, you know, signed the autograph.
You write something.
I mean, you can't make it up, but it happened. So, you know, it was like, well, let's put this story out there and see what's going on, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to reach enough people that beyond their fan base to kind of say, wait a minute, you know, no, we don't want that to happen to us.
Yeah.
That's not right, and let's look into this. So, you know, part of the process we're going through is having screenings like this, having a performance July 10th in the community here, where, you know, Hoffman started basically here in the Bronx, and you know, get it out to the community, because a lot of people that see this, when we were showing it in the early stages of putting the film together, a lot of people in the music business would come in, producers or artists. I didn't know that, you know. I thought what happened was, or I kind of knew a little bit of it, but, you know, nobody put the whole piece together. So hopefully we could get some action and also tell an entertaining story that challenges you to think about, you know, identity theft, and, you know, what could happen to you if someone, you know, took some of your rights away.
And we hope to light a fire under anyone who sees the film to not give up on their battle, whatever that may be. Because I always say, it's like I've developed saying this over and over again, right is right. And you never let anyone just run over you. And for a while, it felt that way. Because for a while, there was really nothing we could do in certain situations. But that changed. And, you know, I even prayed about it. I got mad. I got forgiving. I got mad again. I got resentful and bitter. And that doesn't help. But whatever anyone in this audience is going through, I mean, it's an entertaining film. The first time I saw it, I couldn't even move after I saw it, because it was 30 years of my life condensed to 90 minutes on a really enlarged screen. It was extremely personal, and it just crammed all these things home that happened to me. And I got a little choked up, but I'm a fighter. I was born in New Jersey, and I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and Washington, D.C., and then moved to Bergen County, where we did the recordings. But whatever you're going through, and I don't mean to speak in esoteric or lofty terms, but keep fighting it. It seems like sometimes it's darkest before the dawn, but I wish I could explain it in a better way. The film explained it better than I can say it in 3 minutes. Whatever you're fighting up against, and the other side is the wrong side. You have right on your side, and never give up. Period. If you're doing the dirty shit, then of course it's going to blow up in your face. But if you're doing the right thing, and you're just heading into these brick walls, keep at it. I wish there was an easier way to do it. No, there's not. A guy wants big muscles. He's not going to say, okay, I want big muscles now. No, you got to go to the gym. You want to be a badass bass player, keyboard player, director, whatever. You got to work at it. You want to win your battles and fights? Work at it. Especially if you're on the right side.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people come up to you after they see it, and I think the big thing is it's a story that's kind of universal, and I think a lot of people get inspired by it because of the issue of perseverance or fighting through something,
Yep.
which is, you know, a human. Everybody goes through it, and I think people are seeing this level of where you're almost cleansed out of existence by someone just trying to get you out of the music business, trying to get you out of songs, trying to get your name. It's an amazing concept that someone could even be that devious to even think about doing that stuff. But that in the end run, I think our wishes and goals here are that he's stopped and that they now start taking over their life, their songs, their music, and get their story out there. And that's sort of why you make the movie like this.
I call it a hip-hop Rocky,
Yeah.
hip-hop Silkwood, or, you know.
Marketing thing. So,
And they haven't been able to stop the movie. I mean, we were worried the first time we were gonna screen it, that, you know, and now, you know what? It's the truth. How do you stop the truth? The movie's screened all over the world now. Now it's coming out. We haven't, you know, there really hasn't been a peep from, I mean, Joey has bigger fish to fry, but, you know, I think, what were they gonna say? They wanna come out and fight us in the press? I mean, you know, so you can see the movie, I mean, the movie's already started that wave, hopefully, and hopefully it continues.
well, you know what was interesting is that was a big concern